Hi, so I'm here today with Manon Jean, and this is a really, really proud moment for me because Manon was one of my first mentees. She started working with me, came to me 4 years ago during COVID. She wanted to write a book, and she has shown up weekly for our meetings. And voila, Manon, please hold up the book.
Yes, of course. It's finally here.
Hold it right up.
Okay.
Take three. Okay. So she has written this book. So what I wanted to do was talk a little bit about the book. What's it about kind of in a nutshell? What's your elevator pitch here?
Yes, so, three young women from diverse backgrounds, come together at a medical conference because they want to become doctors. But unfortunately, someone had another option for them, and they are kidnapped at a party, and they have to work together to survive or face, being murdered.
Which is chilling, obviously.
Yes.
Um, And let's talk a little bit about your creation of these different characters. One, I think, is loosely based on a bit of your own
Mhm.
background. Let's start with Madison and then talk us through the others.
Yes, so Madison was my baby. She's very much the person who I poured my most of myself into. She's a very rich valley girl. She only thinks about herself and she just wants to become a doctor for the prestige. But through this process, she learns about what it really means to help others and what it means to take care of people and put yourself second. She's also Haitian American, so I put a lot of my experiences being Haitian into her.
Okay, and the
Yes.
other two are Emily, who comes from an underprivileged background, and her mom is a junkie, and Emily has to bring up all the other kids in the family,
That's Mhm. Yeah,
which
sorry.
is a very different thing to have to create, a very different kind of person.
Yeah, so Emily, she's a star student. She's a scholarship student. Works very hard in all aspects of her life, but unfortunately, this burns her out because she's constantly thinking about other people and what their needs are. With Emily, I thought of friends who were in social economic status, but then also just a lot of Black American women in general. Unfortunately, they're put in positions where they're constantly having to think about other people, care for the family members, but then when it comes to themselves, it's second fiddle. And I wanted a character who was just the complete opposite of Madison, someone who is selfless to a fault, to just really drive each other and to create conflict within the story.
And then you have an Asian character, Jackie, has a lot of pressure from her family in terms of needing to perform.
Yes, so with Jackie, she is a doctor. She's part of so many clubs. She went to an Ivy League, but unfortunately, she feels like this isn't good enough. And I wrote Jackie as a representation of other, Asian Americans who feel this type of way where their parents want what's best for them, but unfortunately, sometimes they push them just too hard and they don't know how to deal with it. And I wanted to have a character who is completely different from both Jackie and Emily, who can bring balance within them.
Who did you base her on someone that you know?
Yes, I do martial arts and I met people within my club who are very much like that, very type A, very driven, but they have extreme burnouts. And I wanted to bring that into reality.
So talk about your martial arts is a very interesting thing because there's something, your fight scenes are so authentic and
Yes.
so visceral. It's like you're feeling every blow as you write it. So what martial arts do you do?
Yes, so I'm a black belt in Taekwondo.
Wow, okay, so we don't want to meet you on a dark night in an alley.
No.
And tell me about your experience working with a book coach.
It's been amazing. When I first started writing, I just word vomited. I didn't know where I was going. I had no direction and I didn't know what was good and what was viable. But working with Hetty has been amazing. She's able to guide
Which is me,
me.
by the
Yes.
way.
She's been able to guide me and give me focus and give me direction. She's also able to give me a view of an editor, not only as a reader. So it's helping me cut down the time in terms of editing and writing the story. And she's able to just find where my strengths and push those so that I can be even better.
Okay. And the process, if I may just share with viewers, is that when I work with a student, we literally share the document on a Google Doc. We're both looking at it, and I'm line editing as we go, so that any edit I make, I'm able to explain immediately why it's a suggestion from me, sometimes a strong suggestion, sometimes an optional, but I also can then gauge my mentee's reaction to that, so that they don't just out of the blue get a note in the margin that can be impersonal or sometimes offensive. This is not. It's always 100% supportive and interactive. We also did a huge amount of brainstorming of plot together. And so it's not just the writing, it's the complete process of structuring and planning this novel from its embryonic stage right to the actual publication. And so the publication, let's just talk a bit about that. You decided to self-publish, and tell us a bit about that process.
Yes, so I went with self-publishing so I could have more control and just to have more guidance in terms of things I can do versus what I have to do. And when we were satisfied with the edits after going through a beta reader, we decided to use a company called My Ebook, and they were able to guide me, put finishing touches, make it pretty, just understand the whole landscape of Amazon. And again, with the coaching services, they gave me a hand by hand way into publishing. So that was great because now I can control my book. I can market it how I like. It definitely is more work, but it's more satisfying.
Yeah. And where is the book? As you say, it's available on Amazon right now. And I gather that it's selling rather well.
Yes, so it's available in Kindle, paperback, and Kindle Unlimited formats, and it's doing very well. As of this month, I'm seeing more Kindle Unlimited reads versus Kindle reads.
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
And I just wanted to touch on there's it's a personal thing, but you actually have dyslexia. So as a writer, how did you actually deal with that?
Yes, so due to dyslexia, I am prone to making a lot of mistakes in terms of spelling, grammar. Um, but one superpower it does give me is my creativity, and it allows me to just branch out and to really see the whole world. And I was able to use that to add to my story to make it very visual. And with Hetty's help, she was able to find said errors, tell me ways and guide me to making it better and also just improving myself as a writer. So, yes, it is something that I deal with, but I don't take it as a hindrance.
Yeah, no, and I will vouch for the fact that you certainly have an incredible imagination and you are an amazing storyteller.
Mhm.
What inspires you, and how does that drive your themes, your subjects, and your characters?
I would say definitely my personal life, growing up as a Black woman in Massachusetts has been difficult, but it's worth every single day. My family as well, and being Haitian, I come from a long line of people who are very proud. And even if they don't have money, if they don't have anything, they know they have their freedom. And that's what really drove me and my characters, knowing that that's the one thing that they truly desire is to take care of themselves and their freedom. And just exploring the lives of people who don't get heard very often was something that was very passionate for me and something I wanted to bring to life.
And speaking of your Haitian background, you are now writing your second novel, which is a historical novel. Share something about that with us.
Yes, that's correct. So it's about Sante Belair. She's a founding mother of Haiti. She was a lieutenant in the Revolutionary Army, and she encouraged, women and other slaves to revolt and to fight for their freedom.
And once again, you and I are working together. I'm
Yes.
coaching Manon through the process of writing her historical novel. Historical fiction is one of my favorite genres.
Mhm.
So we really, really look forward to that. So thank you so much, and all the best for future sales of Take Three. And excited to be working with you on the Sante novel.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you.
you for having me.